Hey folks, this is Vint with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Star Wars Unlimited. This is a collectible card game that is releasing this month, March 2024. In fact, today, March 1st, is the day that the pre-release kits come out. These are kits that your FLGS, friendly local game stores, will typically sell to you so that you can participate in some kind of tournament. The preview kit, or the pre-release kit, will give you like 6 booster packs. It'll give you some tokens, I believe a couple of starter leaders and different things like that, so that you can like get going and you can participate in the tournament. And then about a week later, around early March, they're going to release the 2-player starter set. So first you get the pre-release kit for about $30, and then there's the 2-player starter kit for another probably $30-$40, something like that. I would have gone to the FLGS event tonight, but medical issues prevented me from going. But I did some research, and I found that someone had actually created a digital version that I tried out once, and I really liked it. Now, keep in mind, I'm not an expert at this game. I haven't played it against an actual opponent, but I did play against the computer on this website. It's forcetable.net. If I remember, I'll put a link in the below description. But if you click on Quick Match, you play a single match against an AI. And the starter decks, you're either going to be Luke Skywalker or you're going to be Darth Vader as your leader. You pick a leader, and then you pick a base, and then you get a deck of cards, according to this 50 cards. And if you've played Fantasy Flight Star Wars games before, like I've played the living card game, I've played the deck builder, they all have a similar theme in the sense that, you know, you need to pay resources in order to play these cards. Think like Magic the Gathering. What makes this game stand out a bit is that you can play any card face down as a resource card, whereas in like the living card game, you know, you had cards dedicated to resources. So it's a bit easier to get resources. This is a much faster paced game. The only downside is that this game is a collectible card game, meaning you have to continuously buy packs so that in the hopes that you expand your collection more. It's not like the living card game, and that everything was released in sets. You buy the set, you get every single card for that set, and you're done. One purchase and it's over. Whereas with the collectible card game, you buy three packs, and it's a crapshoot. You don't know what you're gonna get. It's a loot box. It's before loot boxes were cool. You had collectible card games, right? So anyway, let's get into it. So on this website, it gives you a Luke starter and a Vader starter, but you can create your own deck if you want. It looks like the person behind this website, these are all the different leaders, like Boba Fett, Cassian Andor, Chewbacca, Darth Vader, Chiru Imwe, Emperor Palpatine. It goes on, Han Solo. You pick a leader, and then you're going to pick a base. So these are the different leaders for the like starter set, whatever. Like this game is going to be released in waves, I guess, and in the first wave you get all of these leaders. I think it's like Spark of the Rebellion is the name of like the first release of the content, and then the bases are like Chopper Base, Dagobah Swamp, Jeddah City, Kestro City, and so on. There are something called affinities in this game. I think like mana from Magic the Gathering, you know, you blue and white and black. In here, you've got like 6 different, I believe, 6 different types of factions or affinities, really. And depending on the hero and depending on the base, those are the cards that you want to add to your deck. So the Catacombs of Kadera, for example, feature an aggression symbol. So whenever you play your cards, you want to make sure that they have at least an aggression symbol on them so it's free. If you play a card and you don't have a matching symbol, meaning it's not on your base and it's not on your leader, then you have to pay extra resources to play it. So you want to add cards to your deck that match the icons found on your leader and on your starter base. So that's how that works. The living card game was a little different. There was the Rebels, and then there was the Imperials, and then there was the Scum and Villainy faction, and there were like 3 sub-factions for each. And you kind of added cards to your deck based on the factions that you chose, although you could mix and match, but you couldn't play certain cards if you didn't have like certain you couldn't play certain cards if certain like base cards worn out. Anyway, getting back to this, so I'm going to go ahead and choose one of these starters, but you can create your own via this add new. I haven't done it yet because I don't know all the different cards. I'm still getting used to this whole thing. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Vader starter. And I'll select that as player 1, and then this guy is Luke Skywalker, player 2. And I will be, I guess, player 1 start. Sure. Okay. So, as I mentioned, you have a leader. In this case, I have Darth Vader. Now, you start the game with Darth Vader already out, and your base already out. So these 2 are already out. And your leader has a passive ability that you can play as an action. And if you get enough resource cards out to, play cards, you can actually, once per game, switch him to an actual unit and use him to attack and stuff. But once he's defeated, he comes back to you as a passive card again, which can still be used, but he can no longer come back out onto the field. So once per game, leaders can come out and do things, and then if they're defeated, they go back. But you can still use them for their like action ability, which is kind of cool. Now, in the beginning of the game, it's asking me, do I want to take a mulligan? And a mulligan is good if you have a lot of high-costing cards like this. In the beginning of the game, you only start with 2 resources. So I'm going to take a mulligan, yes. And I'm going to get 6 new cards. And out of these 6 cards, 2 of them are going to be my starter resources face down, which I can use to play the other cards in my hand. In the upper left-hand corner of these cards is the cost. That's what the gold number is. So it costs 1 resource to play the Death Star Stormtrooper. The symbols underneath, the red and the black, those are the affinity symbols. Note that Darth Vader has a red and a black in the upper right-hand corner there. So obviously that Stormtrooper is a good fit for this particular team. And then the base in the upper right has a green symbol on it. I don't know what the names are off the top of my head, but those are the 3 icons I have. If I try and play a card that does not have one of these 3 symbols on it, I'm going to pay extra for it. Okay, so if I get like a blue card, a card with a blue symbol on it, like Luke has this blue and a yellow one, if I try and play a card from my deck and I don't have those symbols on my leader or my base, I pay extra, which is nasty. So anyway, there's a 1 costing card, a 3 costing card, 2, 3. That's much better. So now I have to pick 2 cards to use as my starting resources. I'm not going to use this 5 for a while, so I'm going to use that one. And let's see, this is an event card. Place this event into play as a resource. I don't know if I want to do that. Open fire, deal 4 damage to unit. That might be useful. I kind of want to keep units wherever possible. Deal 7. Yeah, I'm going to... Wow. That's not terrible. You know what? I'm going to get rid of that one as well. Okay, so just those 2, hit done. Okay, so those are my 2 starting resources. Now, the way this works is on my turn, I do one thing. I can either play a card, I can attack with a card that's out here that's ready. Whenever you play a card, typically it becomes like tapped or exhausted, but you'll be able to, in a future round, attack with it. You can either attack a unit in the same theater as it. There's a ground theater and a space theater. Ground can only attack ground, and space can only attack space. But you can attack either the base itself, or you can attack another unit. Damage is simultaneous, so if you attack another unit, that unit will do damage back to your card and possibly defeat it. If you look on a unit itself, on the bottom left and on the bottom right, you can see its stats. The red number, which is the number 2 there, is the attack strength, whereas the blue number, that 3 there, is its health. It will receive damage counters as it takes damage, so there's that. Okay, so Luke Skywalker also has, let's go ahead and look at him. So Luke Skywalker, as an action, he can, for one resource and exhausting this particular Luke Skywalker card, give a shield token to a whatever that symbol is unit you played this phase. Epic action. If you control 6 or more resources, deploy this leader. Flip him, ready him, and move him to the ground arena. So, unlike other units, whenever you play a leader, they become ready immediately. So you don't have to wait a turn for it to become ready. Darth Vader needs 7 resources to deploy him. For my action, for a resource and an exhaust, if you played a particular card type this phase, that black one, deal 1 damage to a unit and 1 damage to a base. So, and that can even be your own for some reason if you wanted to do that. I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, it's either going to be this card or this card. As an action, play an Imperial unit from your hand, paying its cost. It enters play ready. Each opponent may ready a unit. I don't know if I like that. I mean, he's strong. I think I will go ahead and just, yeah, I'm gonna play a card. I'm gonna go ahead and play Admiral Azel, and he goes into my ground theater exhausted. It looks like he's playing Leia Organa. When played, either ready a resource or exhaust a unit. So I don't think that really didn't kick in because he didn't have anything else going for him. So now I have an option. I can either take the initiative or pass. Now I could play this card, I suppose. If you played well, I can't. I don't have a resource to play this. But if I did have a resource, I could exhaust this card and do 1 damage to a unit and 1 damage to a base. I'm going to go ahead and take the initiative. Now, you can either take the initiative or pass when you're done. Taking the initiative means you go first the next round. If you pass, that means you're giving your opponent the opportunity to do something, and then you can take your turn again after that. But if you both pass in quick succession, like one after the other, then the round is over. I'm going to go ahead and take the initiative, so I go next, or go first on the next round. It looks like he played R2-D2. When played on attack, look at the top card of your deck. You may put it on the bottom of your deck. Otherwise, leave it on top of your deck. Okay, so he's got 2 cards out here. Now it says choose 1 card to resource or click done. So this is a new round. You draw 2 cards at the beginning of the new round, and then you pick 1 to add to your resource pool. Again, you start with 2, but I can add a 3rd one. I don't know. I've got 2 of these guys. I kind of want to play both of them because they're powerful. The cell block guard has Sentinel on it, meaning it's like a guard. They can't attack anything else until they get rid of this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and just deal 4 damage to a unit. That would be enough to kill R2 right out of the gate. I mean, but that's expensive. I'm gonna go ahead and use that as my resource and hit done. Now I've got 3 resources to do. Now it's my turn because I had the initiative, so I get first crack at this. I do 2 damage with him. I could attack Leia and just take him out, and I still have 1 health left, so because I have 3 health and she only has 2. So that might be my first move, just to get rid of her. So I'm going to hit attack, and or do I use his action to play an Imperial unit as ready? No, I think I need to get rid of her before she does something, so I'm just going to attack. Now, my guy isn't dead, which is nice. So if anyone attacks him again in the future, they still receive the full 2 damage. Looks like they played C-3PO, though. Choose a number, then look at the top card of your deck. If it is cost is the chosen number, you may reveal and draw it. Otherwise, leave it on top of your deck. Okay. I think with 3 resources, resupply. Put this event into play as a resource. I think I'm going to do that, and then I'll play a trooper. So I think I'm going to play this resupply. And I'm not sure what he did. Oh, he just tapped his Luke Skywalker to add a shield to C-3PO. A shield pretty much negates all damage against it. There it is. If damage would be dealt to an attached unit, prevent that damage. If you do, defeat a shield token. So pretty much I can do as like 9 damage, 1 damage, 3 damage. It doesn't matter. It just gets rid of the shield. So I want to use a low attack against it if I can. I'm going to go ahead and... I don't think I can do anything. Yeah, so I'm just going to hit take initiative again. And it looks like he attacked Admiral Azel and killed them, but I only did 2 damage against R2-D2, so he's at half health right now. Okay, so now a new round. I have to choose a card. Vader's lightsaber is nice, but this ATST, I don't think I'm going to be able to play it for a couple of turns, so I'm going to go ahead and use that as my resource. Click done, and now I've got 5 resources to his 4. Player turn, lightsaber, attached to a non-vehicle unit. When played, if attached unit is Darth Vader, you may deal 4 damage. I'm going to save that for Darth Vader for sure. I'm going to play Cell Block Guard probably, and these other troopers just to get them out and start putting pressure on him, because he's got control on the right side here, which I don't like. I'm going to go ahead and play this card, Sentinel. And what's he doing? He does 1 attack against it, and is that it? What happened there? Okay, I'm surprised I didn't do damage back, or did I? It's hard to tell. Well, I hope I did. That would suck if I didn't. All right, he didn't take it. Oh, the shield is gone. So he sacrificed the shield that was on him to do 1 damage to me. Okay. I'm going to play the... Now, I could activate my ability and do 1 damage to somebody, but it's not going to be enough to kill him. If you played a card this phase, deal 1 damage to a unit. I think I will do that as an action ability, because I did play this card that had that black symbol on it. Deal 1 damage to a unit and a base. So I'm going to do 1 damage to C-3PO so that he's down to 3 health. And then 1 damage to a base. So he's down to 29. The whole objective of this game is to destroy your enemy's base. That's it. Okay, now he did something to me. Shoot first. Attack a unit. It gets +1/+0 for this attack. So he knocked out my Cell Block Guard with that. That's not good. I'm going to go ahead and deploy Death Star Trooper probably. Play card. Get that out there. Okay. He's got an Alliance X-Wing. That's nasty. And I'm kind of out of resources. I'm going to take the initiative away from him. He added a shield to his X-Wing. This is bad. I need to get control. It's what I need. Choose 1 card to resource or pass. I kind of need all of these. I don't want to give up anything. Now I've got 5 cards here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I don't want to leave this guy unattended. I don't know. Maybe I get rid of... I mean, that's a lot of attack. Yeah, maybe I pass on that and just play as much as possible. Although I want to get Vader out there as quickly as possible for the purposes of this lightsaber, just so he can start wiping out everybody. That would be really cool. I don't know. Part of me does not want to leave this X-Wing out here because he will mess me up. Okay. I need to add more. I need to add more. So I need to give up something. Let's give up... While attacking a damaged unit, it gets +2/+0 and gains Overwhelm. I kind of need to get control of this theater over here. So... But this one Stormtrooper has 1 health. Okay, I think I'm going to get rid of this one. As much as I don't want to hit done. I need to get Darth Vader out there. All right, so with 6 resources, I need 1 more to get to 7. I'm going to go ahead and play. Now, with this 3-1, can I just knock 3PO out and be done with it? Probably. Although I'd rather him attack first. Maybe not a good idea. Let's let's start dwindling his. I think we need to get rid of this stuff. Yeah, so I'm gonna attack C3PO here. Now we'll exchange fire. We'll both take damage, and yeah, he's gone. He's gonna play a restored arc 170. When this unit attacks, heal 1 damage from your base. So that's not good. Okay. Let's get the first Legion Stormtrooper out there. He's going to add a shield to something. Okay, so he's doing very well in the space category, which I'm a little worried about. I guess I'm going to play this. Now I can play this here. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Oh, cancel. Action ability. Deal 1 damage to a unit in base because I did play this. C3PO needs 1 more damage, but I think I'm going to plink off these shields. I don't like that they're on these things. So I'm going to take off the shield from that and then 1 damage to the base. He's going to use R2 to attack my base. Okay. I'm going to play a card. And he's just going to attack it. He loses his shield. Okay. I guess that was okay. It was pretty weak to begin with. And all I'm left with is my lightsaber, which I am not going to play. I want to wait for Darth Vader before I do it. So I'm going to go ahead and take the initiative, sort of biding my time here. Oh, Emperor Palpatine. I kind of want to hold on to him. 1, 2. I need to get rid of something. Oof. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this probe droid. Done. I need to get Darth Vader out there. Okay, so with 7 resources, the question is, do I use him first to take him out? Well, with Darth Vader's lightsaber, when I equip it, if attached to Darth Vader, you may deal 4 damage to a ground unit. That will just wipe him out without me having to attack him and take damage. So, I'm thinking I deploy him and just start wailing. So when I do that, you may deal 2 damage to a unit on attack. So I think I am going to action ability. I'm going to deploy leader. And he's going to do something. He exhausted an enemy unit. Give a shield token to a friendly unit that costs 3 or less. Oh, he exhausted Darth Vader. Oh, that's just mean. I could attach Vader's lightsaber, though. When played, if attached unit is Darth Vader, you may deal 4 damage to a ground unit. I think I will play that card on a Darth Vader. And now I get to do some damage against R2 there and take him out. But Darth Vader will be ready for the... Oh, he looks like he deployed at Luke Skywalker. And that's that. With 5, I need more cards. And I can't... Ish. Well, I guess I'll attack the base with the First Legion Stormtrooper. Attacking Luke is kind of silly. It dies and he takes 2 damage. So I need to do damage to his base. Alright, looks like he's just going to probably attack my base with his ships. Although this arc giving him health back is not a good thing. I'm going to take the initiative. Yeah. I am just not getting good cards. I won against the computer in my first game, but... Oof, yeah, I think he's going to get me here. Okay. Vader's lightsaber again. It looks like it's a unique, though. I don't think I can equip that twice. I am your father. Deal 7 damage. I might play that against Luke Skywalker, actually. But if I can get 8, I can play Emperor Palpatine. Overwhelm. When attacking an enemy unit, deal excess damage to an opponent's base. 6 damage divided as you choose among enemy units when played. That would be cool against Luke. And then just... Yeah, okay. I think... Enemy unit. See... I need 1, 2... Oh, man. I kind of want to keep Darth Vader's lightsaber for someone else. So maybe I get rid of this one, even though 7 damage is huge, but I can play Emperor Palpatine at some point. Oh, that's tough. Okay, I'm just going to use that. Done. I mean, I can't say no to Palpatine. Palpatine. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play him. And it does 6 damage when played. And all of that's going to go against Luke. Assuming when played, 6 damage divided as you choose among enemy units. How much damage to do? Up to 6. Well, how do I do that? I have to type it. There we go. Okay. And it looks like another exhausted... Oh, that sucks. Exhausted that. Well, I'm going to take out... I'm going to take out Luke with my first Legion Stormtrooper because I can't leave Luke out there. So, I have to finish him off. Alright. Now, he cannot bring Luke back out onto the field. Now, I have to hope that with my Vader and Palpatine, I'm able to take his base out before he takes me out. I'm going to take the initiative. What I really need is I need some spaceships that act as sentinels so that it blocks damage. Unfortunately, units in this arena cannot... No. ATST over... Yeah, I have to go all in. Choose one card to resource. I want to add... I don't know if I can play Darth Vader's lightsaber to Emperor Palpatine because he's already wielding it. So I'm thinking I use that as my resource. Now I've got 9. I can play both of these, but first things first, I need to get as much damage out there as possible. This is gonna be rough. All right, so that goes against the base. What is that, like 8 damage? Which unit to do? Oh, nice. I can actually attack units in the air area. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. With his ability, anyway. And then he played R2-D2. I cannot let that go. I have to continue attacking the base. Is he not going to play with... Oh, not play. I'm going to attack with Palpatine against that. Alright, he's down to 12. He did some kind of shield on R2 there. I'm going to play ATST. Get that out there. And he's going to attack my base. This is going to come down to... I really need... I haven't come across, like, one... There's a TIE Interceptor card in my deck that does 3 damage to something upon deployment. I need that. And I think I need to play this card just to get as much damage in there as possible. Alright. And I'm going to take the initiative. That's what it's going to come down to. And he passes. 2 cards come out. There is a TIE Fighter. I'm just going to pass. There's no reason. None of these are good. So I'm just going to click done. I don't need another resource. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Darth Vader first. And then that 2 damage, I'm going to assign to that restored arc. So I'm going to play that against that. And 2 damage against this to prevent damage from incoming. Which unit to do 2 damage to? That one. And that should get rid of it. Okay. And he played an Azatuk Liberator Gunship. After you play this unit, it may ready and attack an enemy unit. But there is no enemy unit to attack. Again, I just have to continue attacking his base. So, attack Palpatine. That might be it, actually. Game over. There we go. Restart the current game or load new decks. Well, if we load new decks, it brings us back to the main screen, and then you can choose new decks. And again, you got the 2 starter decks here, or you can create your own, but I don't know the cards well enough, if you hit edit, you can actually go through the different cards here and see what they're all about. So that was a quick and dirty look at Star Wars Unlimited. I honestly don't know if I am going to invest in the physical card game, only because there's only two of us in the house now, and she's not really into these tactical card games. And to top that off, we already have the living card game, and we have the deck builder, and we've got X-Wing, and we've got other Star Wars games that we could be playing rather than spend another 50 to 100 bucks on a collectible card game, one that's going to have plenty of expansions and the like. Here's a quick look at some of the space units that I never saw in that game. There's a TIE Advanced I could have gotten. Give 2 experience tokens to another friendly Imperial unit. An experience token is like a +1/+1 to another unit of your choice. There's the TIE Fighter. There's the Avenger, which I don't know if that was in my current deck or not, but again, you can add these in. The Gladiator Star Destroyer. Upgrades. I could have sworn there was a TIE Interceptor in here somewhere. Inferno 4. Frontline Shuttle. Devastator. Huh, weird. Maybe it was somewhere else? I don't know. It's weird. Maybe it's filtered out. Maybe I don't know. Well, anyway, there you go, folks. Again, this was forcetable.net. I will say this. I enjoy the fast-paced gameplay of this. Like, the living card game is a bit more complicated than this and takes longer to play. There's also, like, the force struggle, and there's the edge battles. This game takes all of that extra stuff out and kind of just focuses on, all right, space and ground, have at it. You know, you're going to be getting into it real quick. And I love that the resources in this game are just neutral across the board. It's not like in Magic the Gathering where you've got a bunch of red cards in your hand, but you're drawing a bunch of blue mana, cards that so like there's no like, you're not going to be in a situation where you're locked out of playing something because you don't have the right mana type to play it. Whereas this game, everything's neutral. You just pick a card. You're either going to play it for its mana, like put it face down as a resource, or you're going to keep it and hopefully play it later appropriately, either as a unit or as an event or something like that. So I like the game, don't get me wrong. And if this digital site continues to remain standing, I hopefully, there was no cease and desist going on behind the scenes. I will continue probably just to play the game there. And hopefully maybe on Tabletop Simulator, assuming it gets a larger following there. I mean, X-Wing is huge over there on Tabletop Simulator. So I'm hoping that something similar happens here. So there you go, folks. That was Star Wars Unlimited. The physical versions will be available later in March. Just keep an eye out for them. And the pre-release kits you can probably get right now, in fact, if you haven't gotten them already at your local FLGS. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Take care.